so fascinating. It just, deaf dancers is just something that I just never thought about before, but it absolutely makes sense. I think that normally when you think of dancing, you think of music and you think of hearing music and listening to music in like the traditional auditory way. But of course, you can enjoy music without being able to hear it. You can feel the vibrations and the beats, and it can be communicated visually versus through traditional hearing means. And so, of course, you can have deaf dancers. And it was so awesome and inspiring to watch these. Like, they're so talented. Like, they're better than I am, and just getting to see that they're pursuing what they love and their dreams and not letting anything hold them back. And like, hearing is not a barrier when it comes to dancing, clearly. And I love getting to hear everyone's stories about like how they ended up there, how they got into dancing. Harmony, I think I've actually seen her on TikTok. I've seen some of the duets she's done, and everyone was just so talented. And I was like, man, I always wanted to be a ballerina too. I never went for it, but yeah, these people are just so great, and it was so much fun to watch.
I've never thought about deaf people dancing before, or like the challenges that come up with that, with music and timing and, you know, having a big group. But this dance company does it so well. And it was, this short doc was a great look at not only this dance company and the, you know, weeks and days leading up to their final performance, but also just like seeing their camaraderie with each other, and seeing, you know, their memories about dance and their memories about being deaf, and how all of these different things like culminated to why they're at this university now, why they're continuing with dance, how dance has like changed their lives and given them this community. I think it was really beautiful, and I loved the ending showcase. Um, I mean, it was just really great. You become attached to the characters at the end, and you feel bad for the seniors who are graduating and are leaving. But it was a really interesting piece, a really beautiful piece, really heartfelt. I could feel myself getting teary-eyed at the end. And it was just really lovely.
I just love that you can be a dancer and not be able to audibly hear the music, but still be able to make incredible art with your body. And I just think it's awesome what we as humans can do. And there's no bounds to our creativity. And there's no limits.
One of my favorite things is the fact that within the first 5 minutes, you learn that everyone's deaf, but they don't ever actually say that they're deaf until maybe the second or third interview. I loved how natural it was. Just the context clues of the fact that there's absolutely minimal to no talking throughout the documentary, and the interviews are held through ASL, sign language. And as you're watching, you start to realize, okay. And I thought that was a very creative way of showing it without saying it.
It makes me think about what it means to study something when you need a different approach, and how the world can work with these differences and grow into a more inclusive and kinder environment for everyone. I admired the determination and dedication to making dancing accessible from this specific academy and the teachers and instructors, how they showcase some of the teaching techniques and their different sessions that lead up to some tidbits of their final presentation or performance, the happiness in their stories, the obstacles they they talk about common misconceptions about deaf or deafness. It really made me think about why we need more awareness, and it personally made me even dig more deeper into what can we do to make their daily lives a bit easier. I think we can just switch little things, and it really means lots and lots for them. I really admire them.
I was constantly in the beginning just wondering, how do they know how to keep the rhythm throughout all the songs that they dance to? And I liked how that was explained as they went along, because it was something just I would have no idea. And I think it's sad that they feel like us hearing people don't know the non-hearing people exist. It's not that, in my life anyway, it's not that I don't know they exist. I feel like I'm just not around them on a daily basis. And I never really thought about a deaf person dancing and the details that would go into that. I was very impressed by how much work they have to do just to keep up with the right rhythm of the music. That is impressive, because dancing can be hard enough when you hear the music. So not only is it a challenge when you can't hear the music, but it's also, I think part of the storytelling through the music, and I think not being able to hear it is to me, there's many levels to that, but I think they do so much work. They make it look easy, but there's so much work that goes on that they described. Even everybody kind of works differently. Like the one girl who couldn't feel the vibration through the floor, and so she had to use more of her peripheral vision. And I just thought it was really cool. I'm really glad the filmmakers they filmed this and shared it, because I think I didn't even know this school existed. So kudos to this guy who saw the need for this and opened a program for this, and it's still going after 67 years. So I think that's amazing.
Showing the deaf community, another stage in progress of the world, people realizing that the deaf people's disability doesn't really, doesn't mean we should treat them as lesser, or think that they could do less, because obviously they can do everything we can, just like this short shows. And I think it does a very good job of presenting, what this whole program is, and shows it off really well in a very emotional way. And it's done really well, where it just shows the great program that this university's put together, and all these young women doing a great job of everything. And it's just overall very interesting.
I didn't know about this program, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know about it. When one girl said we don't really think about it, she was actually right. We don't. Because most of us just think about our own lives. So this is a film that should be shown to know more about it. I think this is also a film that could be expanded into a feature film to follow some of the dancers as they move past the university, to see if they continue to pursue dance or not, if they're working in the professional world, or if they're moving on to other fields. It'd just be interesting to know more about their lives as they move on.